Hey guys, Fhraelaok here with my weekly vlog, as it is Friday. In this vlog, of course, I want to cover what happened this past week, as well as, if you look extremely closely, you notice there's only one line to my character right now. I would like to explain that, and that also pulls forth the question of what is good guild leadership and what is weak guild leadership, and in that will be my second topic for this week. Well, I guess my topic, aside from what I did this week. Weird. Anyway, so here's what happened this last week. We raided, blah blah, we tried Nefarian, blah blah, we tried Alakir, blah blah. We got a little bit further on Nefarian, which was fantastic, but not so much on Alakir. Now on Nefarian, we managed to get him down like 14%, I think is what I saw our best attempt. And that's really when you say, oh man, if we had just a little more DPS, we could have done it. No, because, well, healers are out of mana by like 30% or 25%. And then there's still 2 crackles. If healers have no mana, how do you live through that? Short answer, you don't. Alright, so we didn't really get anywhere. Because we didn't actually down anything. Which is fine. I understand it can be rough. And then on Alakir, I was asked to help lead, and the leader wanted me to just completely take over leading. I really didn't want to, but I was willing to help and call some stuff out and, do more than I usually do. And so, of course, I called out squall lines, I called out when to stack, and I mean, I would hope to the leader that was helpful because he didn't call it out, and the occasional other person would call out a squall line, and of course I wouldn't interrupt them, Whoever calls it out, but, yeah. And, when people fail to squall line, my add-on calls that out. Not when they do, but after the fight, and how many times that fight they did. So our leader said, if you fail 3 times in the same fight on a squall line, I don't care who you are, I'm gonna kick you. And then, like, another attempt later, he said, well, haven't y'all heard of an empty threat? And I figured, really, but if they're failing that many times in one fight, then they're just bad at it, or their internet is bad. And if their internet's bad, then tough. I mean, sorry. So, yeah, I helped kind of lead that. People got mad at me because, well, I called them out for being bad. I didn't say anything offensive or rude towards them. Just, why do you keep failing at it? We should have it by now. We even moved it to where, depending on where they were, it wouldn't spawn on them, so they wouldn't get hit by it, so. And we called it out every time, so you had no excuse for missing it. At which point I was marked for Phase 3 to kind of stick with me, or on the same plane that I was on, and we never even got to that. But I figured, you know what, I have a star in my head. I haven't been messing up with the squall lines. I did once the entire night, because of lag. I mean, because the lag also showed me right up against the boss, and yet it still knocked me off the cliff. But my buttons and everything were working real time, so I don't really know. But I know some weird glitches have been known to happen there. But anyway, so I figured I had the star. I don't really fail at them. So, I mean, you have a better chance if you have a hard time paying attention for yourself to just stick with the star. One of our players, raiders, thought that was actually a good idea, and admitted if you can't follow the star, then you are pretty bad. I mean, if you can't even do that much. And that was for Phase 2 anyway. But, I mean, you don't have to worry about the knockback, so Phase 2 should be cakewalk. But anyway, so people didn't like that. Somebody got offended, and I wasn't even calling him out. And he's like, when I said, just follow a star, I can manage it. And so he said, stop sucking your own dick, brah. No, excuse me. And I thought, wow, okay, where did that come from? Me trying to help, me saying that, well, I haven't been called out on that fail thing, but at the very beginning with the lag crap that happened, I guess. So yeah, obviously me trying to help by saying just follow me is really just completely stroking my ego. Um, but anyway, and well, the leader had nothing to say about that. He just kind of let it be, which I think was a damn shame, but that's alright. So we continued on. I talked to the leader that night about what was going on, and he was looking forward to being more serious. Plus, he was looking forward to me helping, and I helped him kind of work out a better group makeup, and you got to be stricter. And he's like, yeah, people need to be able to take constructive criticism. And he's like, you were kind of harsh. I'm like, that was so far from harsh. We had a healer fail on a squall line 4 times in one fight. 2 questions. 1, how do you even fail 4 times? And 2, how do you live through failing it 4 times? Honestly, if all your heals are going to that, and everybody else's heals is going to that, no wonder the raid wiped. Just plain and simple. But he was looking forward to it. It was a great chat we had. I even sent a mail to the guy that, insulted me, and told him I didn't mean anything personal by it. I mean, I wasn't even calling you out. And then the next day, I finally log in. I was working on my shaman. I finally log into my paladin, because I can't get any response from the leader. And I notice, aha, here I was going to move my shaman over to the guild, and aha, I'm guildless. And so he didn't respond to me for a while. I had to ask somebody else, the guild leader himself. And he told me, oh yeah, it looks like you were removed, I guess. He said you were trying to recruit some of our guys away, and I'm like, so that's the excuse he's going to use. Anyway, what I'm getting from this, guys, is it was horrible, weak leadership in that guild. And that's what's going to be the downfall of that guild. From what I know, it's only been around about 6 months, and already just horrible leadership. Now, it might work for the people they have, but it won't forever. And they need to get new people to continue on, and it's just going to be mighty hard for them to do if they keep it like that. But anyway, so that happened. I'm guildless, but not for long. I am looking into another guild called Clowns on Fire, which is about 100 ranks better than Leviathan. And anyway, they raid 4 days a week for 4 hours a night. That's 16 hours a week of raiding, as opposed to 6 to 9 if we stay the whole time and if we do the 3 nights. Right now, they're doing 25 mans, and they are 2 out of 13 hard modes in 25 man. They've been around and been a guild since way back in the day. And for BC, they created Clowns on Fire. And continued ever since, as far as I know. They finished rank 7 on the Realm for Wrath of the Lich King, which means they obviously had Heroic Lich King down on the server by the end, which is fantastic. I'm not looking for something super hardcore, but I'm looking for something that can at least do the normal modes and try to work on hard modes. Really, that's it. And they're recruiting, so I'm looking for it for myself and my mage friend to come in. We were going to lead our guild, and I also wanted to talk about that. We're not going to be leading it right now. My shaman's still going to be in it, at least for now, but it's not going to be an active guild. It's just going to kind of be sitting there. So if you're interested in joining, I would suggest not being interested for now and finding something else that works for you. If it comes down to it, I find I have time with everything that's going to be coming up, and I want to actually lead, which doesn't sound like a lot of fun right now, then by all means I will gladly start it up. And of course, when I do, I'll let everybody know again. But for now, it's not really worth it. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. The whole weak leadership, I guess I should touch base on that a little bit more. I didn't exactly explain it very well. And I'm not saying that because I got kicked, I'm, butthurt over it and trying to insult them. No. I liked the people. I just never liked the leadership. And if you were in that guild with me, you know that I did not like the leadership. And if you were the leadership, you know I did not like the leadership, okay? I always spoke about it and tried to tell him it has to be stronger leadership. I mean, it has to be more defined. You have certain set rules that you're going to kick for or remove people or something for, then you have to have them laid out. You can't just say, oh, you're rude, this is blah, 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 you're kicked. When you're doing that, you're doing the whole thing that I used to do back when I was starting leading. And that was, if you didn't like a person, you kicked them. And fair enough, but I mean, you can also say, oh, 5 people didn't like you. Well, guess what? 5 people did. So right now, you're saying that you're more important with those 4 than 5 other people. When it's really 5 against 5, you're like, yeah, but I'm the leader, so I'm more important. And, yeah. So you have to have all your things set out. You got to have your rules laid out. You can't expect people to go to your website if you don't update your website. What's the point of the website if nobody else goes to it and the leadership doesn't go to it and post? I mean, they might read occasionally, but they never post, and you need to post. But it's more of a casual guild, but still not handled very well by leadership. So really, it's going to be hard to recruit anybody who has good guild rapport. They're good with guilds. They know how it all works. It's going to be hard. Hopefully this new guild for me won't be as badly run. I mean, already just looking at their rules and everything they have laid out, it seems much more online with what I'm looking for. And as they said, if you're a seriously hardcore raider, we're not hardcore enough. So at the same time, I mean, they might raid 16 hours a week, but they're not hardcore enough. So I don't know how that'll go, but it's 25 man, and if we can even get decent progression on normal modes, I'm very happy with it. So that's all that matters to me. Now, because of my gear, I'm not able to shoot for a higher guild. Otherwise, trust me, I would have. Plus, I'm trying to find something for my mage friend, so they could use both of us, and hopefully it'll all work out. That's about it. Sorry, I still don't have the guild leadership videos up, or the raid leadership videos up. Still working on that. Well, actually, that's a lie. I'm not working on that, but I need to be working on that. As I always say in my videos, as a matter of fact, today I'll work on it. So, as a matter of fact, today I'll work on it. I will actually start working on that today and see what I can do. Maybe I can push it out tonight or tomorrow. So with any luck, yeah, it'll be out. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please be sure to thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And I will see you in the next one.